Hey now, it's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM alongside my broadcast colleague.
Once again, along, what is it, mobbing along with the B-A-double-D. It's the doggy dog.
Hold on, we can probably do this from the top. Ready?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, D Generation X proudly brings to you the R.O.B.
And the E-R-I-C.
Whatever
this
just
is
happened.
Horrible. We're the worst tag team ever, but we are here with the Enhancement talent.
This is why we were never tag team champions.
No, just couldn't do it. Didn't have the mic skills.
I always thought the click was holding us down, but I don't know.
we could complain about that.
Either way, after that weird intro, welcome to the latest
Sorry.
edition of the Enhancement Talent.
I had to take us there. But yes, today we're going to talk about some changes happening in the world of wrestling on TV, and that includes SmackDown moving to Thursday night.
Which I'm stoked for.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. That was the first question I had for you. Is that a big deal in your world?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to make me watch it, but I feel like it should be on Thursdays. I have my fondest memories of SmackDown only on Thursday. And Friday was bad, I think, just for so many reasons. It's just not the right night to watch wrestling.
Friday's a bad TV day as it is.
Yeah.
I mean, and anybody will tell you that Friday is one of the hardest days to get numbers on a TV show. It
Absolutely.
just is. So I think it's good for SmackDown. It's still going to be probably a DVR show for me, but I have a better chance of watching it on Thursday than I would on a Friday.
Yeah,
so.
I don't even DVR SmackDown, but it's just, like I said, I'm inundated with wrestling right now. I've got too much to watch as it is.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But I do feel like Thursday is its home.
Yeah, Thursday is pretty good. It's it doesn't have anything else to compete with now. I mean, with I think Destination America is going to end up airing TNA on Friday, I think. I mean, it's on Wednesday now, but I think that was moving to Friday. I'm not really sure on that one, but I do know that Lucha Underground is airing on Thursdays, but again, that's kind of a niche thing. It's a good program, but...
Do you know, have there been more Thursday episodes of SmackDown in history or Friday episodes?
It's a good question.
I think it ran from 99 to like 05 in Thursday. And then so it'd be definitely more on Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still feel like Thursday is its home.
I think it is too. But anyway, let's talk about one of the major changes that they've made here recently, and this is this kind of is intriguing to me because I can't really figure it out. But they've decided to change up the announce teams, and because of Jerry Lawler being sick last week, they put Booker T there on Raw. Now I don't know if that was strategic because that's the team they're keeping on Raw now, which is JBL, Michael Cole, and Booker T. Then Lawler is moving over to SmackDown, and he's going to be joining Michael Cole and Byron Saxton on SmackDown. So thoughts on those announced teams?
I don't like this move, and I'll tell you why. First of all, on Raw, which is the main show, it's the A show, you could have a better team by just taking Booker T away. I feel like even just Cole and Layfield could do a better job. Booker has never been any good at this, and I don't dislike Booker. I thought he was a great wrestler. Even with his promos, would do a great job. With the headset on, I've never gotten into Booker T. I've always thought Taz was the low bar in wrestling commentators, but I think I'd rather have Taz than Booker T, in my honest opinion. Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Again, I love Booker. I think Booker's awesome. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer, and rightfully so. But Booker is just not, he's not made for the headset. And I can almost take him on the pre-shows.
But still not very good.
But still not very. He's got that habit of. Now let me tell you. I'm going to tell you something here. Well, okay, just tell us.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us you're going to tell us something. You can just tell us. These are all radio things that we're critiquing. You know?
So there's a lot of things that Booker. I mean, he definitely adds something that they want there, and I don't think I need to go very far there. But anyway, so
I wish the King was still on Raw.
I do too. I mean, you know me, and I have a special place in my heart for the King. But he's been there a long time. Let's face it, he's been there quite a long time.
And don't get it twisted. When I started watching wrestling, it was the King and it was Vince McMahon. The King's been there. He's been the soundtrack of my wrestling watching. and I appreciate him. He, I think they worry about him getting older, maybe,
Yeah.
but he's not losing touch with what he does.
Yeah, I think one of the problems they have with King, and it's amazing that he's been able to stay as relevant as he has for the entire time, because it's widely publicized that King doesn't prep. He doesn't really follow anything other than what he's watching at the time, and he works one night a week, 2 nights on pay-per-view weeks, and maybe that's the problem that they have with King. But he always stays pretty good. I mean, some of his jokes are the same jokes, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Listen, after 20 years of doing it, yeah, you're going to hear a few repeats every now and then.
So I wonder if this is a statement to Jerry Lawler, because, I mean, to be honest with you, it's a lot easier for him to say, hey, you know what, I'm working on Monday. If it's a pay-per-view, I work Sunday, Monday, and then I'm back to Memphis or working indie shows or doing whatever I want to do. Now, if he's working those pay-per-views, which he's going to on Sunday nights, now he's got to skip a day in between and then go to a Tuesday taping. I'm not so sure that this isn't a way to say, King, maybe you might want to make your own exit here.
So I don't know. I hope that they're not trying to push the King out of the way. He's been the voice of wrestling for so long, and I don't feel like he's out of touch yet. So personally, I hope that's not what's happening.
Yeah, I hope not either. Let's look at the SmackDown team, because that's where King is, along with Michael Cole, and Byron Saxton is the guy that they put on there with that team. What do you think about that?
He hasn't offended me yet. It has potential to be just fine. I'm familiar with his work, but I haven't been exposed to it enough that I can have an opinion on it.
I mean, Michael Cole is obviously the voice of WWE. A lot of people have a problem with Michael Cole. I have none. I think Michael Cole is phenomenal. He had that heel run, and he pretty much worked the smart fans and had them hate him for a while. But Cole does a good job of just not being noticed. When he's doing his thing, you get the story, but you don't notice it's Michael Cole. JR, you did. I mean, you knew it was JR when he was there, but Cole does his job the way he's supposed to do it, and he does a very good job. So I think having Byron there is kind of guiding him along, kind of the way Josh Matthews did, which really surprises me that he wasn't the heir apparent.
Josh did a good job, I thought.
I thought Josh was awesome. I thought he was the guy. He was the next guy to take over. So the fact that he's on TNA boggles my mind. But hey, I'm glad he's on TNA and has the lead job now. That's good for him.
You liked Stryker?
I like Stryker. I like Stryker more in an analyst role than a play-by-play role, as he has on Lucha Underground. I listened to a little bit of his commentary with JR. He needs to maybe lay out a little bit more and let the play-by-play guy do his thing, but I like Stryker.
Stryker I thought was just okay. I don't think he was the heir apparent. He was in that position. Alex Riley I don't think does a bad job.
I think he's wanting to go back to wrestling, and that appears to be maybe the track he's taking, but I think he would have been a great guy to put in there other than Booker T. I like Jason Albert or Tensai or whatever you want to call him. He adds a unique perspective to it.
He, I think, is underrated, does a good job. One guy who I think got too much crap as a commentator was Vince McMahon. A lot of people didn't like him. I thought he was really good. Admittedly, like I said, nostalgia for me. When I started watching, he was the guy. I thought he had a level of excitement, plus he knew where everything was going, so I thought he did a good job.
I did like him back in the day. I was a fan of Vince McMahon, but going back and watching him on the network, it's tough. It's tough because his style is so long gone. I mean, his what? Oh, there you go! I mean, he gets so excited and he doesn't know the names of moves, and it's what a maneuver and that kind of stuff. And it's hard to go back and watch that now.
I can understand that. Are you? Is it Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Ventura for you?
Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby Heenan.
Okay, that was my next question. Okay.
Yeah.
To me, I'd have to say it's that. I loved Heenan, and Ventura was great too. If I had to pick who the soundtrack of my wrestling watching was, though, it's King and it's JR.
Oh, and I'm with you on that. I mean, I think that as far as a team goes, that's my favorite of all time. But yeah, if you want to go back that far,
sure.
Yeah, Monsoon and Heenan, hard to beat for me. I thought Shivani was underrated. I think he could have had a better run in WWE, but he just decided to move back for his family. To Georgia, but
I hated Dusty Rhodes on commentary. That's no secret. Zbyszko was okay. I thought he gets too much crap, but was not great.
Yeah.
And I liked Tenay, and I did not care for Mongo McMichael.
No, didn't really like McMichael very much, and even Bischoff was good. I thought Bischoff did a pretty solid job. On play-by-play. But now we got to go
one
ahead.
last one. Paul Heyman did a great job in WWE.
Paul Heyman was good. I mean, in that heel role, he couldn't be anything other than a heel on that.
Yeah, but he was.
But he was a very, very good heel announcer. Some of the guys that they're also bringing up. We talked about Jason Albert. And there's Tom Phillips is all right. He needs some work. You know what? I think that even the guy Corey Graves had just retired from NXT because of his neck issues. He sounds really good. He could be good. And let's think about some of the other guys that maybe have retired or are close to retirement that would be good in that role. Maybe a Christian. I don't know. Christian could fit in well there.
I could see that happening. What about Rob Bartlett? Nearing retirement?
Oh boy, Rob Bartlett. Wow.
But you know what? So, while Rob Bartlett was no good, Todd Pettengill was good in his role.
Yes, yeah. For what he did, I thought he was awesome. So maybe one of these days we go through all the really bad announcers.
Art Donovan, I'm looking at you.
Art Donovan, Charlie Min, you're not far behind.
Exactly.
All right? But anyway, so there you go. The new announced teams, and you could throw TNA in there too because they've got a new announced team with Matthews and Taz, which sounds pretty good, I think too. So what do you think? What do you think? What should the announced teams be in today's era? You obviously can't do Monsoon and Heenan these days. Who should be the next Monsoon and Heenan? That's what we want to know.
There you go. Let us know. You can email us. Our addresses are down there. Please subscribe to our videos and get them before anybody else does. For the Rob
and Eric, have a good one and subscribe.